Hey YouTube, what's going on? Fist of Legend here. Hey, I wanted to take a real quick minute to talk about a little trick that I do to clean the guide spring housing on the ultra size 1911s. Alright, now I showed a video, and there's other videos on YouTube about the NDZ tools right here. Okay. Now, if anyone else out there is meticulous about how their gun looks, like I am, then this might be helpful. Alright. Now, basically, if you pull this back, you'll see all that grit and grime and residue. Alright. Now, this is a captive spring on here, so it's not like you can pop the spring off and take this assembly apart. Let me change that. You may be able to. I don't know how. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a little more involved than I'm ready to get for cleaning. And considering that this is a captive spring, meaning it's not removable, I don't have the tools to do that. Alright. So basically what I do to get down in here after I fire my gun, and you, like I said, you see all that grit and grime in there, right? But it's pretty difficult for me, one-handed, to try to pull that down and get in there and clean it. So I just thought this might be helpful. What I do is I got some of these clamps that you can get from Home Depot or something like that for 99 cents. And if you look on here, it's just a 2-inch spring clamp. Alright. And what I do is, the reason I like these is because they're rubberized right here, so it actually protects the pieces of your gun. It's not like you're going to scratch it up. Alright, if it's metal on metal. So what I do is I just take this and I stick it. Oh, now it's not going to work. Of course, as soon as I turn on the camera. Okay, so there's one. And then come over here on this other side and clamp this other one down. There we go. Okay. So now, as you can see, alright, let me try this again. Okay. Let me just try it with one. Okay, so like I was saying while I was struggling, is now you can get it, this whole assembly in here, and clean it. Okay, because it's looking like it's in need of some attention. Alright. So set that right there. Take the cotton patches, and I like to be pretty generous in the amount of solvent that I use right here. Okay. And then I'm just gonna hold it right here. Alright. Alright. So if we look at it now, it's all nice and clean again. And in fact, okay, I'm pushing down on this with my thumb against the clamp. These rubber gloves are not making this easy. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm applying pressure downwards into the clamp to make sure it's locked in there while I do this. And giving it a good cleaner. Make sure there's no residue in there. Alright. Okay. So now when we take a look, if I pull this back, nice and clean. Alright. Pull it back on the top. So that's it. And then if you look, there's no marring, no scratching of the machined parts because of the rubber tips of the clamp right here. Alright. So I don't know if that's helpful. I'm one of those cats that's real particular about making sure that every part of my gun is clean, even if I'm just doing a quick little field strip. Alright. Because this part of the guide rod housing, this part right here, that little piece is visible when your gun is in the slide back position. Alright. And especially on a stainless steel gun, you know, this joker right here sticks out like a sore thumb if it's dirty, if your gun is racked open. So that's just a quick little way to get in there and clean that out. Alright cats, I hope that was helpful. Fist of Legend, again, just a 2-inch rubberized spring clamp. And you know, as you can see, you're working with a very slim little profile right here. Let me get this camera to focus. Now this is, you know, this is geared towards people who have the ultra size models, so you'll know what I'm talking about. All you guys out there who have the 3-inch barrel models. But yeah, I mean, you see this, you're working with maybe an 1/8 of an inch right here. Okay, so it's definitely you know, and these little captive springs are super strong, these recoil springs. Alright, so it's a really helpful little idea to use something like this so you can get at this piece in here. Alright, so I probably repeated myself about 6 times, tried to make it sound way more important than it really is, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but hopefully that's helpful. Alright YouTube, Fist of Legend here, peace.